Charles. Councilmember Foster.
Why is you winking?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And since we can only do this in the sunshine, I have to ask some indulgence of you. And I have a question that I just want to make sure that I'm clear. When we were discussing the LDRs and the potential, based upon all the public testimony, the potential for rezoning the stadium into DCP Park, Al Lang, how did we leave that in anyone's recollection? Are you expecting that to come back in a glitch ordinance?
Yes. And it was last meeting, as chair, I requested from Tish the information as to where we stood about, there was like 7 or 8 on that list. And I think the number 1 was the Al Lang Field issue. And I'm waiting for, well, there.
Rick Mussett indicated to me after the council meeting started today that he had delivered to the council offices a memorandum on that topic. I have not had a chance to read it yet, but I believe you should all have this in your inboxes, and it does address the issue of the designation of the Al Lang site. And so.
Well, and I have read it, and and I just want to make sure that I have it right, or that, I mean, that I wasn't imagining things, that we directed administration to bring that back in a glitch ordinance. I want to make sure that all of us are informed. The recommendation from administration in this memorandum is that should it be determined that the site is not suitable for the current raised proposal, then it is recommended that a broad-based public consensus building process be conducted to determine the best use of the site before amending the land use plan and zoning designations. My recollection was that we kind of did that with the whole LDR process was consensus building. Every downtown stakeholder was here, most of which requested a park designation, my recollection. Part of the LDR process, the beauty of it is it gives the stakeholders, we give deference to the neighborhoods and to things like that. Kona requested park, most of the testimony requested park, and this memo, and you'll read it, but it seems like we're going backwards, that maybe you won't get a glitch ordinance until November the 8th after the referendum, or and the gist of the memo is the city needs to conduct a broad-based public consensus building process to determine the future. And I thought I was crazy because I thought we had done that. And I thought our direction was bring it back on a glitch ordinance and we'll make it a part, knowing that it's always subject to the will of the people. Right. Referendum is the greatest consensus builder in the world, so I'm wondering what the big deal is.
Possibly, Councilmember Foster, as one of your last acts would be to send this so that we can talk about it to a subcommittee, such as PSI.
Yeah, I'm out of time, but...
Well, I mean, that would be a proper place in the sunshine where we could talk about it.
But just your somewhat...
What you're saying, we sat right here while, in fact, Mr. Polson probably has that in his notes, how many people said.
It was 29 to 28.
It was 28 to 2 or something, and so I think we were all here, and we all heard one after another came and said.
Emails and phone calls, so to me that, I think we've already gone through the consensus building, especially with the stakeholders, so I don't know what the big deal is to just bring it back and and you guys do it.
How about...
If I could just indicate that Julie Weston I have a note on my desk, and I need to get together with the chair to schedule a workshop on the glitch ordinance.
Okay, so
He is
there
looking
will
for-
be a workshop.
As soon
in
as
the
we
coming
schedule
month.
it, yes, as soon as
Okay.
we schedule it.
Well, thank you, Mr. I thought I was going crazy because I thought consensus, we were pretty clear. And obviously, we weren't clear enough, so thank you.
Councilmember Polson, you wish to speak to this issue?
I do, thank you, Mr. Chair. Then I would ask Tish that if on that agenda that Ms. Weston is putting together, that this issue be an item on there. Let's bring it out in the workshop, and because my recollection is that the mayor said that when the glitch ordinance came, this would be the first issue to be taken up, and we would go through the public hearing process and hear what the people had to say. I've not had an opportunity to read this new memorandum today, but just from what you have said, that's contrary to what I recall was said to us was going to happen on the glitch process.
I believe you'll find that, yes.
So if we could get that on the agenda for the workshop, we can flesh it out then.
I'll do that.
Okay.